Kotaku's Gamers of 2020? Am I not looking at a lineup of mugshots? Hello everyone, I am Random42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy, and yes, the lighting is very bad, but no, look, you got a guy with a sign, you got another girl with a sign, you got a girl who's not smiling, and Lizzo. Is that Lizzo? I don't know, is that the name of the chick, the why a man great till you gotta be great chick? I don't know, that's all I've ever heard of her, and this is me not being able to see more than anything, and that is because it's very, very dark in here, but I am Random42. I am the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. Did I say that? I think I already did. Who knows? We're saying it anyway. If you guys do like my content, please like, subscribe, share. Happy good riddance 2020. It has been I don't think 2021 is going to be that much better, but hey, we got good news. The Gamers of 2020 are all your favorite, greatest hit, best of people I've never heard of. The gamers of the year 2020. Oh, these aren't even the top gamers. This is just the gamers. I was a gamer. Where am I? I don't see myself represented in this lineup, really, because I was a gamer. I played a lot of Fall Guys, and I played some Mario, and I played the crap out of Yakuza like a dragon, and I play Terraria still. I am a gamer, but I'm also kind of a bit of a casual gamer, so I'll play like the girl games like The Sims, and it's not really a girl game, but it's a much more casual game. It's like what we would have had, you know, had we had cell phones in 2000, right, or in 1997, I guess, when The Sims came out. Was it 97, 96? I remember it being a long time ago. Had we had cell phones that didn't just play the Snake game, that's what we would have been playing, would be games like The Sims. So, and I haven't played that in so long too, but that was always one I really, really loved and spent way too much time on. What are these gamers playing? She asks as if she doesn't already know. Is it Fortnite? It's usually Fortnite. That seems to be the big one amongst the kids today. And Lizzo? And Lizzo? Hey, it's a compliment because she's a very stunning and brave performer, right? As many year-end articles will remind you, not that you need reminding, 2020's been rough. No shit. That made it harder than usual to pick specific people for our annual list of influential game players. Anyone who brought a smile to a friend, a loved one, or even a stranger this year by playing a game with them did a wonderful thing. Hey, I have a Twitch channel. I might end up being there. Hey! Ooh, look at that. They're talking about Taiko no Taijutsu. That's Taiko Drum Master. I want that. It's in my wish list on Switch. They've got a new version. I've got the one with the drum. The Japanese one. This is the old one. This is the RPG one. Now I want to play that. Now I'm looking at Taiko no Taijutsu footage. That's how I am now. Oh, look at Don-chan. He's so cute. Look at Don-chan. He's so cute. He's dressed up like a samurai. He's so cute. He's a little drum, and he goes, yay. You'd have to be there. He's also in a game I used to play on my channel back when I was, I was a bit of a gaming channel. Had a few thousand subs for that. Played more of the JRPG sort of collecty games, with little kitty cats. I used to play that sort of stuff. In years past, we've highlighted pro gamers, speedrunners, modders, hackers, and even those guys who discovered that No Man's Sky really didn't launch with multiplayer. This year, we're highlighting 4 people who combine playing games with activism. Oh, see, now you got a plant from me. Now you got a I don't care. That has nothing to do with video games. It is irrelevant. They are separate from one another, and why are we talking about this, really? What are you going to insult me as a customer with in this article? Kotaku, she asks as if she doesn't already know. In their hopes of making the gaming world, or really just the world overall, a better place. You know what would be a better place? When we stopped focusing and separating and stereotyping, the superficial stuff that separates all of us. And we started realizing that we're all the same underneath and that we all have feelings and emotions and, the stuff that we used to fight for back in the 1960s, when I was just a young robot who looked exactly the same as I do now, probably for all you know. Entries of our heroes have been written by freelancer Robin Mosley and Kotaku senior reporter Nathan Grayson. I know that name. He's either blocked me on Twitter, we've either gotten into a little beef or a spat, or I've talked about him in videos. I don't remember so well anymore these days.
Smoke weed every day.
Ex Mira Virgil. I have no idea how to say that. The Sims. Oh, yeah, it's a Sims player. I shouldn't laugh as if, like I did say, I did play The Sims, but that's not what I would consider, like a game that, it's not like a Twitch streamer sort of game, is it? I guess. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't really watch those sort of games. I mean, I've played a few Sims on my channel from time to time, but, and yes, I do play The Sims myself, or at least I used to before they, kind of made you expire. I didn't like that. I like to just level up my character and definitely say they're the best at the best in every single skill, and it's a lot harder to do now. So I dipped out after, like, the second game. I suppose I was expecting more like Fortnite and remember when PUBG was all the rage, or even Fall Guys, the games that people are actually, or even, Last of Us 2. I guess you can't really do a daily sort of live stream sort of event on something like a Last of Us 2 sort of game that's pretty much a one and done, but the Sims series owes a lot to players like Amira, who is one of the series' most influential content creators. She's an EA game changer, which means she's part of the Sims Publishers community program that highlights top players and contributors. And she's put that platform to good use in 2020. So she's like when Nintendo has their little favorite players, like your little Nintendo brand ambassadors. So she's basically a pre-approved shill sort of player for these corporations. We get the same thing in like YouTubers talking about things like Star Trek or Star Wars. You'll have the ones that like the corporations are okay with letting them be on YouTube, and they get to use the footage and they get to say pretty much all their little praise and positives. But when you get somebody like me, for example, when it's something more negative, well, they don't really like people like us. She's helped improve Sims 4 gameplay by collaborating with EA and ushering in new skin tones. 1 second. That help underrepresented Simmers feel seen. First off, the superficial, like your costume changes and your skin tones and I guess skin swaps would be the only way to do it. Whatever character you looks like on the outside has nothing to do with the gameplay. The gameplay is like the game mechanics. Does it crash on your computer? The gameplay is, hey, how can we optimize and make it more user-friendly? How can we make sure that the scroll doesn't freeze when you're mousing over to the other side of the screen, right? How can you make sure you do that? This has nothing to do with anything. And second, Sims are not human colors anyway. They're kind of Band-Aid colors and weird shades and tones. You never get a Sim to look exactly like you unless you spend a whole lot of time trying and gearing. And what the crap is the point of making a Sim unless you're going to, hit move_objects on, put them in the tiniest room possible, and give them the option to, remove a firework from their patooties and lighting themselves on fire inside their house with no doors. So you can amass a massive Sims graveyard. Anyone else? So I would just hit randomize because I don't care what they look like or what they do. And I guess, I don't know. I've never made myself in The Sims because it just seemed like too much fuss and trouble for what I'm doing with them, first off, and for any real reason. I mean, I can't get a Sim to look like me to save my life. I mean, they don't have hair length options that go down all the way your back like for me. And it's not like they're human colors or anything. They're speaking a different language. They have different jobs. It's not reality. It's really, really not reality. And if you really, really feel like you have to have your little player look exactly like you, then maybe you should get off your butt and go out into the real world and get a real job. Because if it's really that stressful and disappointing to you that your Sim and your little job simulator, this is kind of why I stopped playing The Sims too. This is me railing on The Sims. It's because it became a task and a chore. You had to make sure your little Sim would get their butt out of bed, and sometimes they didn't want to do that. And then sometimes they would be so dumb they would pee on the floor, and they wouldn't know that they had to go use the toilet, even though they're like, oh, I gotta go. And then they're scared, and then they won't go. And then you're like, go to the toilet. And they're like, no, I'm gonna go and make dinner first. Why do you need your Sim to look like you exactly? They don't look like me either. And if that wasn't actually an issue or that was just something like, okay, I'll get it as close as I can and move the fuck on with my life. Seriously, they don't have her body type in The Sims either. I guarantee you that. You have the choices. You can have very, very slim or heavy. They don't have mine either. I guarantee you that. And before you say, oh, you're no. I'm just saying they don't have her body type in The Sims no more than they have mine in The Sims. This happened only after Virgil and her peers spent years speaking out about a lack of Black Sims content. I mean, is it a stereotype where, white people are in the suburbs like derp, and black people are all, well, I'm not going to even say, I'm just not going to say. They're the ones saying that they're all the same here by, and if you don't know her by her name Amira, then you know her as Mira or Mira as an incredible advocate who is beloved by a lot of the Sims community. I'm sure she's great. I'm sure she's a wonderful, amazing, stunning, and brave creator. The dynamic content creator joined the inaugural season of The Sims design reality show Sparked and won alongside her teammate in the final challenge, where they demonstrated their relationships with Sims to create a story personal to all three of them. Her teammates decided to make the final challenge about Virgil's relationships to the Sims from childhood till now. The Sparked winner also contributed to the Black Futures Project, an anthology that is all about asking and answering the question, what does it mean to be black and alive right now? Is that different than, is that a stereotype to think that, the black experience is like all the same? Again, I'm asking because you're not exactly explaining anything, right? As somebody who doesn't who's like of actual equality and civil rights in the mindset, Virgil had centered black voices and creates safe spaces for black people to be, well, black. What is exactly that supposed to mean? What is it, like, maybe because, no, seriously. What is it supposed to be? Is that supposed to be different than anything else? Are all supposed to be the same? Is it, because like I said, I grew up watching all walks of life of television, playing all sorts of video games with anything and everything, and I saw the human experience as individual to each individual person, instead of every stereotype group had a stereotypical group thing and experience and life based on their ethnicity or skin color. So again, are we going backwards? Because I think we might be. He's done that despite microaggressions from unwelcoming Sims players. Oh, microaggressions are a first world problem made up by people who don't actually understand how humans interact in anything. Because no matter what, you're going to be on the receiving end of some backhanded compliment. You're going to be on the receiving. Absolutely everybody has been made fun of, had negative things, had harsh things said to them based on the way they look, think, act, speak, who they're associated with, who they're friends with, who their family is, who their ancestors are. Every single person has had something, some people more than others, some people way less than others. And it's all random. It is all part. Sometimes you win the genetic lottery. Sometimes you win the monetary lottery. Sometimes you work your butt off and end up in the best place you can possibly be. Every individual life experience is different, and everybody has people who are resentful, envious, react negatively towards them. And like I said, microaggressions are a first world problem for people who don't have any actual struggles and strife. You're not going through anything like drastic and major if you're worried about your little feelings being hurt online in a video game. That is from my experience as a person who has had real life things and real life world experiences mess with me, because you can really see who has had their priorities prioritized correctly and who is just going on whining about their feelings being hurt in video. I'm not going to read any more of this. Yeah, you can read the rest of this article if you want to. I think I've said all I have to about the Kotaku stereotypes of the year of how everybody should be based on their skin color awards. Is it an award? I don't know what it is. I am MechaRandom42, and I'll see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.